Jai Gurudev. All right, doing chapter 11 today. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Om Sri Swami Vishwanandaya Namaha Om Sri Mavatar Babaji Namaha Om Sri Mavatar Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Mavatar Babaji Namaha. Om Annanya Tamidandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Jakshuru Militamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All right. Excuse me. Chapter 11, Visvarupa Darshana Yoga, the cosmic form. Up until now, let me just make sure that this audio is working. Check. Chapter 11. Cool. All right. Chapter 11, Visvarupa Darshana Yoga, the cosmic form. Up until now, Krishna has only described his identity as the Supreme Lord. But this description has awakened Arjuna's longing to experience this divinity firsthand. As a result, Arjuna requests Krishna to actually show him that which he has heard so much about. But this cosmic form, Vishwarupa, is beyond the material world. As an act of grace, therefore, Krishna gifts Arjuna divine vision through which he can behold this inconceivable form. Because of this grace, Arjuna can suddenly see all creation and all living beings present in this one person. There are endless faces, weapons, and ornaments with unimaginable effulgence. All the Vedic gods and rishis are glorifying Krishna in this infinite space. Amongst the many arms, bellies, and mouths are the gnashing teeth and blazing fires. In front of this terrible form, Arjuna is unable to compose himself. Amongst everything else, he sees the enemies being sucked into the mouths of the Lord. Trembling with fear, Arjuna bows down and begs to know who Krishna really is. Krishna replies that he is time, the great destroyer of worlds. He assures Arjuna that the result of the war has already been decided and that he is merely an instrument. Overwhelmed with emotion, Arjuna utters prayers to the Lord and begs forgiveness for any offenses done out of ignorance. Arjuna asks Krishna to relieve him of this experience and show him instead his four-handed form. The Lord explains that this cosmic form, which has never been seen before, was given out of grace and cannot be obtained through any ritual or austerity. It is only by devotion that one can know, see, and enter into him. Verses 1 through 4. Arjuna's request to see Krishna's cosmic form. Arjuna says, "Out of compassion for me, you have revealed the most profound mysteries. This spiritual knowledge has completely removed my delusion. O Krishna, I have heard in great detail about the beginning and ending of all beings, as well as your inexhaustible glory. O Supreme Lord, I know that you are everything you have described yourself to be. Now I actually long to see that glorious form of yours, O Supreme Person. O Lord, if you believe it is possible, then reveal yourself completely to me. Show me your unlimited universal self, O Lord of Yoga." Here Arjuna is expressing his gratitude. As long as a bhakta, a devotee, hangs onto his own ideas, and as long as he relies on his own will or effort or practices, but doesn't count on the divine grace of the Lord, he will not achieve a higher state. By one's own effort, he can only reach a certain level. But when someone is completely surrendered to him, One counts not only on one's own effort, but on the grace of the Lord, the grace of Krishna, and knows that everything is his grace. Whatever happens, whatever is given, is the grace of God. Life itself is the grace of God. It is the grace of the Lord himself which brings each bhakta on each step of their path to the point where each bhakta has to be. Of course, for a long time he has heard from others. He has heard from Bhishma, he has heard from all the sages how great Krishna is. He has heard all the leelas of Krishna, but at this point he realizes that due to his pride, due to a lack of his true knowledge, he could not perceive this. He used to see Krishna only as his friend, his best friend. As Arjuna is asking the Lord to see his divine form, it may appear as if there is still doubt. If somebody asks this, you will say, "You want to see because you don't fully trust in me." But it's not like this. There's no trace of doubt in him. He had full trust in the virtues of the Lord, full trust in his glory, his reality, his power. But due to this yearning, which the Lord himself put inside of Arjuna, he asks him for this. Let's say that you know someone who is truthful. He always speaks the truth, nothing else. And you have heard from some friends that this man has a philosopher's stone. You know this person very well, and you know that whatever he says is not untrue. You have full trust in this person. You know his whole life is based on the truth. But you have heard that he has a philosopher's stone. What would your reaction be? First of all, you would not say directly, "Let me see." First, politely, you would say, "I have heard that you have the philosopher's stone." And the person would say, "Yes, I do." What would your next question be? It would be, "Let me see." You would ask this question because you want to see it. If you didn't want to see it, you would not ask the question. It's not about doubting the person. But this is the curiosity of humans, the excitement. Due to this excitement, you ask to see it. It is the same with Arjuna here. It is not because he doubts the Lord. He has full trust in the Lord. It is due to this excitement, due to this faith, and the trust that he has in the word of Bhagavan Krishna. There is no slight doubt at all. And due to this childlike excitement, he says with folded hands, "I desire to see your cosmic form." This is full trust, full love. Verses 5 through 8, Arjuna is given the divine vision. Lord Krishna says, "Behold, Arjuna, there are hundreds and thousands of my divine forms of different shapes, colors, and sizes. Arjuna, see the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, the two Asvin Kumaras, and the Maruts. Behold the many wondrous things which have never before been seen. See, Arjuna, the whole universe with all the movable and non-movable things, and indeed whatever else you wish to see, all existing in one place within my body. But you will not be able to see this with your physical eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic power." The Lord who is inside the heart of all, the Lord that dwells within the core of the Atma itself, knew why Arjuna couldn't see. Because Arjuna, even though he had transcended this doubt, is still searching in the outside reality. Even if his mind has no doubt, yet he has this one desire to see him in his cosmic form. It is not that he doesn't believe what Krishna is saying to him. He is drinking it fully. Krishna is standing in front of him saying, "This body itself, this body here, has everything here in front of you. All creation, all universes, all the stars, everything, moving and unmoving, all the Adityas, Rudras, everything." And Arjuna is standing there looking at him. Without any doubt, he is looking at his form that he knows. All this time, Arjuna has known Krishna as his dear friend. The physical eyes lack the faculty, due to their limitation, to seeing only matter. They hang only on matter, only on the limitation, so they can't grasp this reality. For this, other eyes must be given to see and perceive the cosmic form of the Lord. So the Lord endowed Krishna with cosmic power, the supernatural power to have the real vision of the Lord himself. You need divine eyes to perceive an innermost seeing. With these divine eyes, even if you appear as though you are looking outside, the vision is the inner vision, which projects itself outwardly. Verses 9 through 14. The cosmic form of Krishna revealed. Sanjaya says, having spoken thus, O king, Sri Krishna, the great lord of yoga, then revealed to Arjuna his supreme cosmic form. There were innumerable mouths and eyes and many other astonishing features. There were numerous divine ornaments and scores of divine weapons held aloft. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and he was anointed with divine perfumes. Facing all directions, he was full of wonders, resplendent and limitless. If 1,000 suns, each with blazing effulgence, were to rise all at once in the sky, perhaps that magnificence might be something like the radiance of that supreme being. In that cosmic form, Arjuna saw the entire universe with all its divisions situated in one place, all within the body of the God of gods. Then Arjuna, overcome with amazement, his hair standing on end, bowed his head to the Lord, with palms pressed together, began to speak. With this spiritual vision, Arjuna is baffled. He doesn't know what to express or how to express himself, because he has the ultimate sense of devotion. He just kneels in deep devotion in front of the Lord. And seeing this magnitude aspect, he can't do anything. At that moment, he realizes how small he is in the universe. He looks at the Lord with his cosmic body in awe, wonder, and amazement. He can't say, "This is beautiful, this is beauty of beauties." It is beyond beautiful, the greatest of the great, and everything is sublime in itself. He even feels fear looking at this vision, because he realizes that at that moment, how small he is in comparison to the Lord. Arjuna realizes, I, who have been looking at the greatness of the Lord himself, have realized that I wanted to understand him, but how can I? He is trembling, thinking, he who I took as my friend, who was related to me, my goodness, when this is when ignorance is removed. One perceives the Lord in his glory everywhere. But this is more than his glory, his cosmic form that never ever has God manifested and shown to anyone. Verses 15 through 31, Arjuna describes the Lord's form. Arjuna says, I see, O Lord, in your body all the gods and the whole host of living beings. There is Brahma sitting on a lotus, Shiva, the sages, and the celestial serpents. With your innumerable arms, torsos, mouths, and eyes, I see your infinite form on all sides. There is no end, middle, or beginning to you, for you are the Lord of the universe, and the universe is your body. I behold you with crown, mace, and discus. Your blazing effulgence radiates in all directions. Even though you are everywhere, you are hard to look at, for your brilliance is immeasurable, like a burning fire or the sun. You are the imperishable, supreme one to be realized. You are the supreme abode of this universe. You are unchanging, the guardian of the eternal law. I know you are the eternal supreme being. I see you without beginning, middle, and end. Your creative power is infinite. You have countless arms. The sun and moon are your eyes. Your mouth is blazing with fire, searing the entire universe with your radiance. The space between heaven and earth and all your directions are filled by you alone. Beholding your awesome yet terrible form, O Krishna, the three worlds are trembling. The demigods are entering into you, and some out of fear pray to you with palms joined. The different sages and perfected beings cry out, Hail to you, as they glorify you with Vedic hymns and words of praise. The Rudras, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vasudevas, the Asvin Kumaras, the Murtas, the Maruts, the ancestors and the ghosts of Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, and Siddhas all gaze upon you in amazement. Your great form has many faces and eyes. There are many arms, thighs, feet. It has many bellies and dreadful fangs. O Krishna, beholding this form, all beings are terrified, including myself. O Krishna, on seeing you radiant and multicolored, touching the highest heaven with your gaping mouths and huge glaring eyes, I am shaken to the core. I have lost all composure and peace. Seeing your mouths and awesome teeth, which are like the flames of cosmic destruction, I am completely disoriented and confused. Have mercy on me, O Lord of the Devas, O abode of the universe. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, the other kings, Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, along with the leading warriors of our side, are all rushing into your fearsome mouth with terrible fangs. Some are even caught between your teeth and are having their heads crushed. As the many rivers rush toward the ocean, so do these heroes of the war enter your blazing mouths. As mouths rush irresistibly into the blazing fire, so too do people of the world madly rush into your mouths to meet their destruction. O Vishnu, devouring all the worlds on every side, you lick them up with your flaming mouths. Your brilliant rays scorch the whole universe, filling it with their radiance. O Lord, with this fearsome form, tell me who you are. Salutations to you, O Supreme God, be merciful. You are the original person, and I desire to know you. I cannot comprehend your actions. Here Krishna is in front of God himself, shining like 1,000 suns altogether. What he sees at that moment is incomparable. But yet, due to the divine vision, he could perceive this transient, infinite sun, this effulgence of the Lord as the cosmic light itself. Arjuna beholds in the person of the Supreme Deity the entire universe. Many visions and shapes, each of the gods that Bhagavan Krishna has mentioned earlier, are inside of him in their fullness. All the beasts, animals, demigods, plants, all creation, from the smallest one to the biggest one, are all present inside of him. All the pleasures, all the pains, all the joys appear in his cosmic body. Here, note one thing. This cosmic form of the Lord in front of him on the battlefield, nobody else can see. For those on the outside, the Kauravas, the Pandavas, they can only see Arjuna standing in front of Krishna, full of deep emotion. They can feel that something else is happening, but they can't understand what it is. They are wondering what is happening. Because this vision doesn't happen on the field, in this reality, it surpasses this reality. With the divine sight that Arjuna has received, he perceives the Lord in his glory. Everything on the battlefield disappears. He sees only the Lord there in his cosmic form. Verses 32 to 34, Krishna is time, the great destroyer. Lord Krishna says, I am time, the mighty force which brings destruction to the world. I have manifested to destroy all these worlds. Even without you, none of the warriors gathered here for battle shall survive. Therefore rise and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a prosperous kingdom. They have already been slain by me, therefore you should act merely as my instrument, O great archer. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadartha, Karna, as well as my other mighty warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them without hesitation. You shall surely defeat your enemies in battle. Bhagavan again is reminding Arjuna that everything created through Prakriti has a certain time. There is a beginning and there is an end. Everything gets destroyed and everything gets dissolved. This body was taken from the 5 elements and it will go back to the 5 elements. What stays is the Atma, the soul, which is eternal. That's the reality. Everything that is bound by time, everything that is bound by limitation will disappear. All the galaxies and all the spheres and all the many, many thousands of worlds go into his mouth and dissolve. And then new creation happens. This annihilation and creation happens continuously. So on one side of the Lord, all the worlds enter his mouth, disappear, and finish. But on the other side, new worlds come out, new births occur, new creation arises. Bhagavan says to Arjuna, It is meant for these people to be killed. Whether you want to kill them or not, they will die. I don't need you. What he is showing to Arjuna here is that in his cosmic form, they are all dying. Bhagavan is saying, Arjuna, it is not you who will kill them. You are thinking that you will take your weapon, the Gandhava, and shoot them, and they will be dead? No, my dear, these mighty heroes can't be killed like that. It is not you who will do this, it is me, the Supreme Lord, who will do it. Here the Lord is saying everything is in the divine plan. Nothing can happen without him willing it, and he plans everything beforehand. He lets Maya guide everybody to bring them to a certain place, and then people say, yippee, I've made it. The bhakta that is completely surrendered to the Lord, who realizes the Lord, knows that the Lord is guiding them in every part of their life. Each part of their life and whatever happens in their life is being guided by the Lord himself. There is nothing that is not being guided by the Lord. This is all his will. All of you, all creation that we see around us is him. You just need to be in tune with it. It's like a radio. The frequencies are in the atmosphere. But for you to hear the beautiful music or the news, you have to tune the radio to the frequency that you want to listen to. So if your longing is to surrender to the Lord, you have to tune your radio to spirituality. You have to tune your radio to bhakti, to love. And when your radio is at the right frequency, you will hear it clearly. In life, whenever a certain challenge arises, you should not run away. Bear in mind that all comes from God. Even the challenges come from God for you to become stronger. And when you start to accept the challenges, he himself comes in the form of strength and power. He strengthens you. He gives you the strength to go through it and to be free from the problems in the challenge. Here again, Krishna is reminding Arjuna of his dharma. Again, he is reminding everyone of their dharma in life. Wherever God has given you a certain duty in life, happily accept it. Do it with loving surrender to the Lord. Even if your mind doesn't like it on the outside, learn to love it. The moment you learn to love what God has given you, it will flow very easily. And even if you have to change, he will make you change. He will put you in a better place. But if you have not been able to handle this place, what better place are you looking for? It will be similar. You will say, oh my goodness, I have changed my job. I have looked for another job, but here I find the same. Do you know the saying, jumping from the frying pan into the fire? However, if you accept your dharma and move freely with it, the Lord carries you and makes everything easy. Verses 35 through 46, Arjuna is overcome with fear. Sanjaya says, having heard the words of Sri Krishna, Arjuna placed his palms together and bowed. Trembling with fear and awe, he paid his respects and spoke in a choked voice. Arjuna says, O Krishna, it is right that the world is delighted by you and glorifies you. While the terrified demons flee in all directions, the hosts of perfected beings bow down to you. And why should they not bow down to you? For you are greater than even Brahma, O infinite Lord, O Lord of gods, O abode of the universe. You are the imperishable Brahman, the manifest and the unmanifest, and that which is beyond both. You are the original Godhead and the most ancient person. You are the ultimate support of the universe. You are the knower and the unknowable. You are the supreme goal. This whole universe is pervaded by you, O Lord of infinite forms. You are Vayu, Yama, Agni, Varuna, the moon, Prajapati, and the great grandsire. I bow down to you. I bow down to you 1,000 times, and then I still bow down to you. I bow down to you from the front and the back. I bow down to you from all directions, since you are everything. You, O Lord, who has unbounded power and limitless might, you pervade all beings and therefore are all that is. either through negligence or affection, I was unaware of your majesty. Thinking of you as a friend, I spoke rashly in addressing you, saying, O Krishna, O Yadava, O friend, whatever disrespect I have shown you while joking, playing, resting, while we were sitting or eating together, while alone or in the presence of others, I beg your forgiveness, for you are beyond understanding. You are the Father of this world, of all moving and unmoving beings. You are its teacher, and the one most worthy of reverence. There is none equal to you. How, then, could there be another greater than you in the three realms? Your glory cannot be matched. Therefore, bowing down and prostrating myself, I beg your pardon, O adorable Lord. Please tolerate me as a father does his son, a friend does his friend, and a lover his beloved. O Lord, I am delighted that I have seen what has never been seen before, but my mind is overwhelmed with anxiety. Be gracious and show me your other form, O Lord of Lords, abode of the universe. I wish to see you wearing a crown, holding a mace and discus in hand. O Vishnu, O thousand-armed one, show me once more your four-armed form. Because of all the mixed emotions Arjuna feels, he doesn't know what to do or what to say. He's super shocked. His heart has shrunk inside him. He feels his body is full of electric currents flowing everywhere inside his body. All his hairs are standing on end. He doesn't know what to do, apart from bowing his head down, and with Sharanagati, with folded hands, falling at the feet of the Lord. Overwhelmed with joy and wonder, he has seen that which great sages and saints have not perceived. By the grace of the Lord himself, because of the love he has for his devotee, he has not denied him the ultimate vision. Arjuna says, there is nothing which is not you. You surpass the whole universe itself. Everything in and out, left, right, up, down is only you. Wherever Arjuna looks, whatever he does, there is not a small space where he cannot perceive the Lord. He is saying that in every single atom is the manifestation of Narayana, and there is nothing other than him. Although he praises him, salutation upon salutation cannot do justice to his greatness. Arjuna is filled with reverence, filled with gratitude that the Lord has permitted him to perceive this cosmic form, this cosmic vision. Arjuna asks the Lord for forgiveness for anything he has said to Krishna in a certain tone with arrogance or pride. Due to his ignorance, he has thought of him as a friend and sometimes as a normal human being, and forgetting who he is, he has said many things. He has never had in mind that he is the Lord of Lords until he has seen this cosmic form of Lord Krishna. And due to this intimacy, this thoughtless sense of fun that he has toward his friend, he didn't perceive the reality of who he was, who he is. It is very important to know where the guru stands and where the disciple stands. Even if the guru allows the disciple to be close, to be friends and dear, the guru always remains the guru. One must always know where one stands and not be fooled by the outside. Bhagavan has not withdrawn his mind completely. He is still letting him feel his individual self. Even if he knew that the Lord is all-pervading, yet the individual self is separated. There is this intimacy. There is this separation. This is how one can enjoy the beauty of the Lord. This is how one can drink this nectar. This is how one can enjoy the Leela of the Lord, the love that emanates from God. If one would become fully merged with him, one could not enjoy that. This is the sweetest thing. This relationship that one can have with Bhagavan, when one can have a personal relationship with God and can love him, then you can say, yes, I love God. And not just by superficially saying, I love God, he is everywhere, but this is when you truly love him, when all the bhava awakens inside of you, when you have this longing in your heart, when you have this longing, your heart is in pain, you can't breathe, You can't for a single moment divert your mind left or right. Such a bhava, when just by thinking of him or by chanting his name, wherever you are in the world, your mind, your heart is always with him. It always runs to him, as your heart always runs here to the ashram. Such devotion, such surrender. Arjuna is rejoicing inside himself. But it is this separation which allows him to experience this wonder of the cosmic form of the Lord. That is how he could enjoy it. And this is most beautiful. Without this separation, there would not be this enjoyment. And this is the greatness of bhakti. You are not completely separated from the Lord, but you enjoy him. You enjoy the lila, the love, the bhava of serving him, longing for him, wanting to be with him at all times, driving you crazy. That is the sweetness of this. Be gracious and show me your other form, O Lord of gods. Here again he is asking for grace, because it is only through grace that everything is possible. Through kripa, Bhagavan can take people from hell and put them in heaven. Through kripa, he can give himself fully to his bhakta. Just through grace, nothing else. This is the power of grace. There is nothing else. Everything is his grace. Verses 47 through 51, the uniqueness of this cosmic form. Lord Krishna says, O Arjuna, by my grace, this supreme manifestation has been revealed to you through my divine potency. It is filled with energy. It is cosmic, infinite, and primeval. It has never been seen before by anyone apart from you. Neither through the study of the Vedas, nor by sacrifices, nor by recital of the scriptures, nor by charity, nor by rituals, nor by strict austerities can I be seen like this by anyone else but you in this material world, O Arjuna. Do not fear or be confused anymore by looking at this terrifying form of mine. Let it be finished. Let your anxiety subside, and let your mind be contented. Behold again that other form of mine. Sanjaya says, having spoken in this way to Arjuna, Sri Krishna revealed his four-armed form. That great being reassured the frightened Arjuna. And then again Sri Krishna assumed his benign two-handed form. Arjuna says, seeing this human form of yours, O Arjuna, my mind is at peace, and I have been restored to my normal state. The cosmic form that the Lord took was very terrible for Arjuna to perceive or to understand. Very often people ask for something that they think that would be good for them, and when they have it, they don't know how to handle it. When someone doesn't truly know what one is asking for, when one receives it, in whichever form and however it is given, it is very difficult to deal with. In daily life, when we ask for things without knowing what we are asking for or how it will come, it is hard to handle. I remember once somebody asked me, I want to realize myself straight away. And I asked this person, do you know what you are asking for? He said, yes, I know. I said, are you sure that you know what you are asking for? He said, yes, with deep conviction. I said, okay. Very often people think of themselves as being very superior, but in reality they are not superior at all. If people think of themselves as superior, they are not superior. Only when one is humble, one attains the state of surrender, but not when one is proud. So this person said, yes, I know very well what it is. And I said, okay, fine. You know what you are asking for, so God may bless you for it. And at that moment, his life turned upside down. Everything turned around. He cried, I didn't ask for this. I am suffering. I have all this suffering. And I replied, sure, you did not ask for this suffering, but you asked for realization, for liberation, and this is the cost of it. It comes together with it. When nature is forced into something, everything gets accelerated. This is why it is not good to ask. If you really want to ask for one thing, ask God for his love. Of this you are fully guaranteed. He signs and seals all the documents. This is the only thing you can be sure of. Don't ask for something when you don't know what you are asking for. When this Vishvarupa disappeared, in front of him stood the Chaturbhuja, the four-armed Mahavishnu, with the chakra, the shankha, and the gada, and the padma. And this form is so sweet and calm that the whole atmosphere completely changed. Even the bhava of Arjuna inside himself. He is not trembling, he's not shaking, he is calm, he's at ease, and he can understand. His mind has automatically subdued itself. Here Bhagavan Krishna, as a great teacher, as the guru, consents to let Arjuna have a glimpse of his cosmic form. He wants him to have this glimpse so that he can put his mind at peace about who is with him, telling him to go and fight. The Lord has a plan for each individual's soul. Nothing that you do is really you doing it. Verses 52 through 55, the supremacy of bhakti. Lord Krishna says, "It is extremely difficult to behold this form of mine, which you have seen. Even the gods are ever longing to see it. Not through the Vedas, nor by austerities, nor by charity, nor by the performance of sacrifices can I be seen in the way that you have here. Only by single-minded devotion, Arjuna, is it possible to truly know, see, and indeed enter into my abode. Whoever serves me, regards me as the highest, whoever is devoted to me, is free from attachment and shows no malice toward any living being, comes to me, O Arjuna." I'll just read that one verse one more time. Whoever serves me, regards me as the highest, whoever is devoted to me, is free from attachment, and shows no malice towards any living being, comes to me, O Arjuna. The fool regards him, Krishna, as just being a normal human being. When they see him dressed normally, acting normally, eating, drinking, sleeping, having fun, they think that he is just a normal person. But he is not. This is just to bewilder the mind. This is his Maya, which he has put over his creation so that no one perceives him. Only the one who is worthy will perceive this. From time to time he reveals himself through his Leela. From time to time he reveals himself through the heart of the Bhakta, through intuition and feeling. Here Bhagavan is saying, the demigods themselves desire to look upon that cosmic form. All the angels, sages, saints, all the prophets want to see that cosmic form, but none have ever seen it. They have only seen a partial manifestation of me. They realized only a part of me, not the fullness of my manifestation. It is not possible even if one performs austerities. It is not possible even if one studies the Vedas and chants all kinds of mantras. It is not possible if one is performing every kind of ritual. But to those who have single-pointed devotion towards me, those who are surrendered to me completely, I raise them to that state where they have come to face with me, where they have come face to face with me. And I do that due to the love they have for me. Due to their devotion and surrender, out of grace, I reveal a different aspect of myself. Chapter 11 verses, key terms. Asvin Kumaras, twin celestial deities responsible for medicine. 3 worlds, referenced in Vedic texts as heaven, earth, and the netherworld. Satyas, class of divine beings dwelling in the celestial planets. Visvadevas, term used to describe all the celestial deities as a whole. Vayu, deity responsible for the winds. Prajapati, personification of creative power. Vadava, Krishna is a descendant of King Vadu and is therefore also referred to as Vadava. Chapter 11, commentary, key terms. Bhava, an intense feeling of love and surrender and self-surrender directed towards God. Jai Gurudev. That's it for chapter 11. Thank you for tuning in. Bhagavad Gita.